I am not some authority on social justice or the environment or any of those things, but I am a human being who carries a lot of emotion through the world. And when I see things or hear things that upset me, I want to do something about it. I might not get it right the first time. I probably won't. But we'll get it right the second time or the third time. And if our customers come at us with things where they're like, hey, this is the wrong way to do this, or like, you guys are doing this, but you haven't considered that, we just kind of like open up and be like, cool, tell us like what's a better way to do it. Hi, this is Brendon Babenzien. I'm the owner of Noah Clothing here in New York. The store is in New York City, but we are calling in here from Brooklyn. I guess I could try and simplify it because it means a lot of different things, but like fundamentally, it just means thinking about people, thinking about the choices you make. Like, what do they mean to others? What do they mean to the world at large, right? As opposed to just thinking about the business and like what's good for the business. I think historically, business has been about bottom line financial success. For the most part, not all businesses obviously, but that's generally the way business works, right? It's kind of like, you get weird phrases like, it's not personal, it's business, things like that come out of that mentality. And it's like, that's just never really felt correct to me. So we know that bigger businesses, big corporations, and they know they're doing wrong. Like, there's no way around knowing that you're doing wrong. And the choice is still made to go forward, right? So yeah, it's just about making the right choices. And it really isn't that complicated. What complicates it for most people or most business owners, I think, is accepting a new reality, which is, I don't need to make as much money as I could. I'm not like a complete back to the earth kind of like let's live in huts kind of person, I do live in the modern world, and I think it's really just about balance. It's about making better choices, not worse choices, because we can do a lot better than we're doing. Let's just put it that way, as a society. But people have to leave some money on the table to do it. I'm reluctant to say this, but I'll say it anyway. We're just genuine about it. So I'm not afraid to say these things, like we mean it. Like, so it's not a problem, right? It's only a problem if it's not genuine and people kind of come and like find out you're full of shit, and people come at us all the time, and that's fine. That's actually kind of cool. Like, we engage with customers, if somebody sends, an email or something, and if they have a better idea, or if we're not doing it, like, we don't claim to be perfect, but we're not afraid to put messages into the world because it's all coming from a genuine place. We really want to do the right thing. The values haven't been tested. The values have been kind of enforced. Like what's happening right now globally is the result of, essentially like irresponsible behavior, way before it occurred. I'm not talking about like what's happening right now. We've been irresponsible as a society or a group of societies for a long time, right? Like, yeah, we feel stronger about the things we believe in now. And compromise, we're doing a little more kind of like digital marketing than we did before. I don't really love that, but like, it's like, that's kind of a selfish thing. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a terrible thing. You know what I mean? Like, that would be the only thing I could find as like a true compromise. There's really, there are two things, and they're basically tied together. The first one is trust your vision, the thing that you think is the important thing to move forward with. Don't let anyone tell you it's not, right? Because as a community, we kind of get dumbed down, right? So like, until loads of people agree that something or a direction is the right way to go, everyone will kind of push back on it. So when you start something, if you are trying to make some change with your business, just don't listen to anyone, not your parents, not your friends. Like, if you believe in it, do it. And the part two of that, which is kind of tied, it also has to do with trust. It's trust the consumer, because there are a lot of consumers who are trying to move forward and be progressive in their thinking and how they spend money, and give people credit, give individuals credit, because once you take people out of the group where everyone's saying no, 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 and people have some space to think for themselves, they'll make good choices. If you give them the option and you present it to them in a way that they can understand, they will make good choices. So I think those are two of the most important things people should know: is trust yourself and trust the consumer.